Your job is from getting that ball, allow it to for me to get in that position. But you have to be a bit more patient when they have the ball. They're trying to reach those positions where there is the Williams brothers. Have a bit more patience and try to find the space on the opposite side.
เจ้าคอนเซโลกาวิ
Gavi picks out Baldi once more.
บอลเด้อะเปิดนั่นแม่หน่อยกับบอล
Straight into Fermin.
ฟูมิน
Turns
อ้าวฟูมิน
crosses
ลงเหรอ
blocked
อ๋อ
by
เดยอง
Garcia and out
ก็
for
ไอ้นั่น
Barcelona corner.
เดยองมันเจ็บนี่ว่า
That's probably what Xavi wants from Fermin, making these runs in the space to either find himself in good positions or creating a space for,
ตั้งแต่เมสซี่ออกไปนี่ไม่มีแบบเล่นสั้นเลยอะ
especially today with no number 9, with no
แบบเตะมุมแล้วเล่นสั้นอย่างเงี้ยไม่มี
holding those centre halves.
No Lewandowski threat from this corner, but let's see what Barcelona can do from it. It's headed away by Iñaki Williams to his brother Nico. He's got Guru
โอ้ย
Center
กว่า
ahead.
กว่า
He's found him.
มาแล้ว
Counter-attack
มาแล้ว
Athletic, potentially three.
โอ้ยดึงเลยเหรอ กาบี
Romeo is
เอ้ยไม่ใช่กาบีนี่อ้าวเฮ้ยนี่ดูแท้นะเว้ยทำไมสัญญาณเป็นเงี้ย
Oriol. Romeo is tracking back, and it's Romeo's challenge. The ball ran to Guru Center. The referee
ดี๋ยวนะ
was playing the flag.
รู้สึกสัญญาณแปลกๆฟาวล์แล้ว เมื่อกี้น่าจะโดนเหลืองกาบีแม่งดึงเลย
Driving
แม่งหยุดไม่อยู่แม่งดึงเลยดึง
Sunset. And first pull of the shirt didn't work.
กา
The
บี
second
แม่งของ
one
จริง
did.
ว่ะ อายุแค่นี้แม่งสะสมใบเหลืองโคตรเยอะ โดน เหลืองนะ
For the overall position for Gavi, but the next one.
Mark and Dave has taken.
So providing he doesn't pick up another one in this game, he'd be okay for the Clasico, but as Carlos says, getting very close
มาดริด
now
เพิ่ง
to
เส
that
มอ
first
เซบีย่า
match
มา
of the
ฮะ
season. Free kick there. Galarreta to strike it, clips it over the
Galarreta.
top. And, well, the plan in the end would head that back across the face of goal. Didn't quite come off for Athletic Club.
Did well on the movements and the blocks, but certainly not on the execution. Maybe I found itself without any marker, but it's a bit too high for him to
เฮ้ย
head
โดน
back
แล้ว
into
โดน
the center of the box.
The surging run from Baldi. This time comes to nothing. Ruiz,
กระชากไม่ดูเลย
Galarreta
บา
hasn't
เด้
played since the end of
เชื่อว่าไปได้
September.
มั้งนะ
And they've missed him, Athletic. Such a good signing from Mallorca this summer. Gundogan back to Christensen.
They are losing the
ชุดแคนเซิล
ball
เหรอ
too fast.
ทำไมดูไม่เหมือนเลย
Trying to, with one pass, always keep 2 lines of pressure. Maybe they should try a bit easier, like shorter passes. And again, for me, the key will be when they shift the sides from one to another.
เออว่ะลืมไปเสียงมันในนี่นี่ว่ะ
Romeo
ปรับเสียงนึกว่า
almost dispossessed there. Christensen in the end helps him out of trouble. Nico Williams pressing.
เสียงมันเข้า
Cancelo, he's upset that he hasn't got the decision. Play continues. Gavi back to Cancelo.
He probably feels frustrated because it's the second one he's claiming and he's not being given.
โดนบุกยับเจ้าคอนเซโลบอกกูทำอะไรผิด
Romero once more, and as you pointed out earlier, every time he's on
ใคร
the
เนี่ย
ball or
เฟอร์มินเหรอ
Romeo, he's
โอ้โหเฟอร์มินเหรอ
they're trying to
ถาม
force
จริง
mistakes.
มึงให้บอลเงี้ยเหรอ
Not long enough
อุ้ย
again. Barca win it back. Cancelo to Gavi.
ไปแล้ว
João
กาบี้
Felix is
กา
further
บี้
forwards at the forward
กา
at the
บี้ที่
moment. Play to Cancelo.
คอนเซโลกาบี้อีกรอบนึงหลุดคิดเซน
Inigo Martinez goes back to
นำให้ได้สักลูกดิ
the header away from Paredes, only as far as Fermin.
น้
João
ำโอ้โห
Felix
แม่ง
is, body checked. Well, that's
เอามือตวัดหน้า
the referee didn't see it the same way. Here's Balde into João Felix.
เฟลิกซ์
João
ยิง
Felix with the shot. And Unai Simon makes his second important save of the first half.
Felix
And,
โดน
João
ศอกหน้า
Felix is not happy with the referee.
reaction before.
ผู้ตัดสินมันไม่เห็นหรอก มันเข้าข้างมาดริดมากกว่า
Because of the lack of players in that position as false number 9. Also because of course the abilities he has to score, we've seen him score several occasions.
Danny Garcia plays it back to Danny Vivian. Here's Paredes.
We also look, Gundogan is the lineup now, the same with Oriol. So we have like 2 holding midfielders.
เอ้าอะไรเนี่ย โอ้เล่นอะไรกัน
Williams got away from Cancelo.
โรเมลแม่ง ก็ยืนเฉยเลยนะเว้ย
He rolls it to Iñaki Williams.
ไม่ได้เรื่อง
Williams, his shot is blocked. Gavi and Gundogan.
Handball.
Iñaki again and tipped over the top. That's a brilliant save from Marc-Andre ter Stegen to deny Iñaki Williams what would have been his 5th goal of the
อิน
season.
กี้วิลเลียม
Well, if it was Unai Simon earlier, was now the turn of ter Stegen.
ผู้ตัดสินแม่งหัวโปกมาก
Saves at both ends.
No humble there. Maybe a bit risky from Gundogan trying to play there.
Cameretta with the corner, and the header drops in the end for Danny Garcia, but
Certainly
slices it wide.
some planning there from Athletic Bilbao again. Couple of blocks in the box. Yeah, definitely Gundogan as well helping. Oriol, we said it the pre-match, like sometimes if it's Oriol or other center midfielder there, so because of the way the Barca plays, they fail to
โอ้
find themselves
ยุงเยอะจังเลย
isolated and a lot of space to cover.
Cancelo.
คันเซโล โรเมล
Oriol Romeo does well to get away from Nico Williams into
Uh-huh.
Ferran Torres. He turns and picks out Balde, and Balde's in space, but he can't keep that one in.
ไม่ทัน
Yeah, eso es. That's clearly the idea that Xavi is trying to get his players to do.
เป็นไรอ่ะ
Another problem for Athletic Club. You mentioned that they lost Herrera in the warm-up, Carlos, and it looks as if they're going to have to make a change here.
Yes, we see Juri Vercic down, and immediately Inigo Leco is the player that is warming up, but it seems it will be the first substitution for Athletic. The medical attention right now with Juri, and the Barca players refreshing their throats, and Xavi talking specifically to Gavi, we assume to tell him to calm down as he already has a yellow card.
Well, Yuri didn't train all week.
ไอตัวนี้ชื่ออะไรวะ
But, was still pass fit to start this game, but it doesn't look as if he's going to finish it. It doesn't look as if he's going to finish the first half.
It seems like it's the shin, it's like something in the, because they're putting like this cold liquid. So if it's like a hit or it's been hitting, maybe it's not as bad as he probably thought in first place. Like if a muscular, well, it looks very painful obviously, but like if it was a muscular injury, probably no chance, but there.
เล่นต่อไม่ได้แล้ว เสียโควต้าเปลี่ยนตัวหนึ่งตัว
Shaking his head. I'm sure
แต่มันยังเดินได้นี่ไม่เป็นไรหรอก
tell us if that Leque change is imminent, or he's going to be carrying on. As you say, guys, it doesn't look like a muscle injury. It wasn't a muscle injury that kept him out of training all week, but
It seems that he's going to try. Momentariously Athletic with 10, but he's testing the muscles there of the line.
เรวานเจ็บใช่ไหมเรวานเจ็บ
Back in a short time. Let's see if he will be able to continue.
nice layoff from
เจ็บกันไม่ให้หมดไอ้ห่าเกมทีมชาติเนี่ยไม่โคตรเสียเปรียบกับนัก
Cancelo
ทีม
comes out
ใหญ่
on
ๆเลย
top, forward to
ทีมใหญ่ๆมันต้องส่งนักเตะตัวหลักไปเล่นทีมชาตินะ ทีมเล็กๆแม่งก็แบบทีมชาติไม่เอาไงแต่แล้วมันก็มีเวลาพักมากกว่าอีก
Romeo wins it back.
โคตรเสียเปรียบ
Both teams quite imprecise in those first passes.
Ruiz de Galarreta gets it back from Owen Sanset. Nicely played into Nico. Out to Iñaki Williams, who pops up on this near side. It's Guruseta in the penalty area. Can he get on the end of this? Ter Stegen. claims.
บูลิ
And Yuri for now back on the pitch, not moving too freely. Here's João Felix.
เฟลิกซ์ความหวังเลยเนี่ยเฟลิกซ์เนี่ยตัวความหวัง
Plays
เล
the
ย
ball back to Oriol Romeu.
หวังได้อยู่ตัวเดียวมั้งกองกลางก็มีแค่กาบีอ่ะเอ้ยกับกุนโดกันอ่ะไอ้เหี้ยโรเมลแม่ง
Forward towards Fermin, but out for an athletic throw, goal kick.
Good run by Fermin, but normally in these passes are the man at the back which is free and not the one that makes the run.
ไม่ไหว
Yuri says he can't.
ไม่ไหวก็ออกมาเพื่อน
For the sub. He's making time to give the opportunity for his teammates to get some warm up.
Well, the real crisis for Athletic at the back is in the centre of defence. Jirai out, having been operated on in midweek. They're really down to their last two central defenders. They do have more cover,
ไม่ไหวครับ
and they are going to need it.
เล็ก
Lekwe
คิว
is going to
เล็กเว้ย
replace Yuri.
ใครวะเนี่ย
Yes, the Athletic club doing a little bit of time. There we see Yuri.
อ๋อเอเนโตบาเวเด้นี่หว่า
Will be finally the player coming on.
แม่งรู้ตื้นลึกนะบางบาซ่านะเนี่ย
He's also warming up, but is Inigo coming on? He will play his sixth game of the season.
ยูริ
By the time
ออก
he comes off the bench.
ยูริเหรอไม่ใช่บูริเล็กเล็กคิวเข้า
Well, like for like, Geiska, but doesn't quite offer the same attacking threat as Yuri.
โอ้ข้อเท้าแพลง
And tough game for him today with Ferran, with Cancelo. I mean, when you come on like this in these situations, you just need to try to
ไปครับเบาเด้ไม่ทัน
your defense
Mate.
duties first and
แม่งเฟลิก
try to settle as quick as possible.
บีบเพลสมัน
Paredes.
เข้าไป ดี
Straight to hook
ดี
for Ferran. He picks out João Felix. Gundogan. Still Gundogan plays the ball back to Oriol Romeu.
โรเมล
Was
เปิด
intended for Bally. João Felix
Felix.
took it off in his. Fermin Lopez. João Felix down and staying down for the moment, and he's not going to get the decision. And Barca still have the ball. He's back on his feet now. Baldi away from Sunset, who wins it back.
ชิบหายแล้วกลับเลย
Through the middle. Barca, four covering defenders. Owen Sunset is joining. And in the end,
แม่งไม่ฟาวเลยบาซ่าล้มนู่นนี่นั่น ผู้ตัดสินแม่งก็กังงอกกังแงก
Great run.
Hey,
It was a
ba.
good pass because you have so many players to get that ball through it. But a good intention, good run by Iñaki Williams.
สรุปคือเฟรานเล่นเป็นเฟลนายใช่ไหมกูดูกัน
Gundogan for Barcelona. Back to Inigo Martinez.
อ๋ออินดิโกมาจิเนสมา
Top four.
คอนเซโล
Against Lekwe.
But-
Tries to go past him. Does go past. He gets the cross in. It's headed away
ไม่มีใครอยู่เลย
by Vivian. But Barcelona
โรเมล
have not
โอ้
for
โห
long. Iñaki Williams
เฮ้ย ชิบหายแล้ว
looking for Nico.
เออ
He
โอ้ย
nearly got that. It was so far ahead of him, but he's so quick. Inigo Martinez knows exactly how quick he is and came across and dealt with the trouble.
จับแม่งตัดหัวออก ตัดผมออกซะนะ
Is the claim of possible penalty? I don't think there is anything there.
And after this play, Xavi talked
กวน
to the
ตีนเนี่ย
referee saying
ผู้ตัดสินไม่ให้วะ
he doesn't understand anything.
เยี่ยม เก่งมากคาเซโล ไป โรเมล อย่าให้ผิดหวัง โรเมลอย่าผิดหวัง
Oriol Romeu. Christensen across to Inigo
Tama.
Martinez.
บอเด้ กลับมา อินจิโกมาร์ติเนส เปิดยาวมา ไปแล้ว ล้ำหน้าเย็ดครบ
Well, those diagonals are certainly working. Ferran has to be
ล้ำตรงไหนเนี่ย ไม่ล้ำเหอะ โอ้แต่สินหัวหลุยไม่ล้ำนะไม่ล้ำเลยอ่ะโอ้ไอ
And Xavi
Pag
just gave
kabuhi
the
ma.
position to Fermin and Joao to definitely swap positions. Joao to the left and now Fermin in the false 9 position.
Here's Ein Sunset. Ball in towards Iñaki. Cancelo had to deal with that, wasn't able to. Nico keeps it in play for Athletic Club.
นิโก้วิลเลียมเปิดไป
Cross comes in from him, headed away by Inigo Martinez. Ruiz de Galarreta with the shot, blocked by.
ไม่ทิ้งใครไว้ข้างหน้าเลยเหรอนี่ลงมากันหมดเลยเหรอ
And Unai Simon
ปาด
keeping
ไม่
it
กะ
at the
แบบ
moment.
เล่นแผนโต๊ะกลับบ้างเลยซาบี
Doesn't seem very happy. Or very convinced, I should say.
กันเซโลก็มีพลาดได้
Well, half an hour played, and both sides have had decent chances. Iñaki Williams' shot well saved by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Unai Simon
มึง
has
ส่งให้
also
โรเมล
been
มึง
able
คิด
to
ดี
save
ๆนะเว้ย
the other end.
โรเมลมันอ่องๆอ่ะโรเมลอย่าผิดหวังเป็นไงล่ะเป็นไงล่ะคือตำแหน่งเนี้ยมันต้องเป็นบูสเกตไงบูสเกตมันจะนิ่งกว่าแล้วมันก็ออกบอลแม่นยำกว่าพอเป็นโรเมลแล้วไม่น่าไว้ใจ
To get the ball through the pressure of
ไปแล้ว เอาแล้วครับ โอ้โห กูเพิ่งด่าโรเมลสเตเกนไม่งเอาทำแสบแล้ว
Nico Williams, well, in the end, he allows that one to run out.
ขอโทษขอโทษ
Last touch from
ไม่ต้อง
Cancelo.
มาขอโทษเขา
But the lack of options
เกือบ
for
เสียประตูแล้ว
Marc-Andre ter Stegen, he's forced into a mistake.
วิลเลียมแม่งแบบ
There was a
เฮสซิ่ง
frustration
จน
for
หอบ
trying to
ไป
find
แล้ว
that pass to break lines. He put ter Stegen into that situation of trying to take that risk and allow Athletic Bilbao to find the ball.
Nico Williams, corner into the near post. Could have said they got something on it, but puts it straight out for a goal kick.
And again,
Vivian's ball over the top for Guruseta to chase.
โรเมลอย่าผิดหวัง คิดเส้นเปิดไป เปิดไปไหนก็ไม่รู้คุย
Presumably there was another one intended for Balde, but he's given it straight back
ผิด
to
หวังว่ะ
Unai Simon.
นี่ตัวสำรองทั้งทีมอ่ะ
3 consecutive plays. Barca trying to bring the ball up from the back, and this last one, Xavi didn't like it at all.
ตัวทีมแม่งเจ็บหมดเลย ไอเกมทีมชาติแม่งทำพิษ
And with Andreas Christensen.
หงุดหงิดชิบหาย
Fermin to abandon that attacking reference, trying to combine with the midfielders, and trying to create a passing lane.
yeah, but that's the one they're trying to find difficult. Thanks to the tactical pressure that Athletic Bilbao is putting Barca under.
แม่งย่องต่อแตะต่อแตะต่อแตะลงมา จับแม่งหักขาซะวนตีน คนจะเล่นบอลก็ไม่ให้เล่นขวางอยู่นั่นน่ะ
Kneecap, yeah.
ไอ้นี่ชื่ออะไรนะ
Seeing some very tight offside decisions across this.
33 นาทีแล้วแม่งยังไม่มีโอกาสเลยบาร์ซ่าแม่งขาดกลางดี
Friday night, Bellingham yesterday.
ๆ ขาดเดยองนั่นแหละเพราะจริงๆเดยองเป็นตัวออกบอลปั๊บโรเมล
Erdogan back to
โรเมลอย่าให้ผิดหวัง
I guess this is the kind of
Inigo,
game where
Balde.
this is the Jong type of
Oi.
player with the ball and is able to run with that ball and get
Felix,
out the
come
pressure
on.
and create superiority once they pass that line of pressure. But obviously not here. No other player with that sort of profile. And Barca is struggling today to find those passes.
ไปแล้วไปไหน อ๋อ มาโอ้
Romeo trying to find Ferran is frustrated that he wasn't able to keep
อ่ะ
that
เฟอร์รานกลับมาเล่นปีกขวาละตอนนี้ใครไปอยู่ตรงกลางอ่ะอันนี้หายไปจากเกมเลยอ่ะเฟอร์มินโลเปสอ่ะเฟอร์มินไม่หายไปจากเกมละ
Not one of those expected to be back for next Saturday's game. There are higher hopes over Lewandowski.
It's a number of unusual passes missed by
โอ้โหส่งบอล
Barca
บ้า
players
จริง
to
คุณท่านแม่งส่งกันแม่นมากเลย
Back on
ชิบ
the
หายแล้ว
Danny Garcia trying to bulldoze his way through the middle.
There was Nico here on the left side with that pass.
Vivian penalised for the challenge on Jao.
Vivian
Felix.
ชื่อสาวมากชอบอ่ะ ชอบเฟลิกซ์มันทุ่มเทดีนะเงินเดือนน้อยสุดเลยนะ ได้อาทีละไม่กี่พันเลย มา เปิดให้มันแม่นๆหน่อย
This time he brings it under control and nutmegs Lequi.
Aye.
To Gavi as well. There are options
Gavi.
if Gavi can get the cross in, and in the end he manages to run it out of play.
He was unlucky on the cut back, giving his other foot, the left foot. That's great first touch. Ferran Torres this time.
ปอยฟุกไม่ได้ตั้งใจอ่ะ ฟุกพลังฟุกมันไม่ได้เก่งขนาดนั้นหรอก
Oh, we've seen him play.
Ernesto Valverde clear. So
ไอ้นี่แค่วางบอลก็รอไป5 นาทีแล้วบ้างเนี่ย
in that last play,
ถุงเวลาชิบเป่งเลย
some indications of how to position that type of balls.
บึ้มมาแล้ว จังหวะนี้ โลเมล
Romeo heads clear.
ใครเล่นกลางอะ
Danny Garcia.
ใครเล่นหน้าแบบตอนไหนวะ
Ball
Fermin
over to
à?
Nico Williams, headed clear by Cancelo. Gundogan
Ôi.
and Oriol Romeo was caught very low
โดนไป
there
ใบเหลือง
by Garcia, and it has to be a
แดนนี่กาเซีย
yellow card for Danny Garcia.
ทำอะไรมึงยกมือยกไม้ทำไม ไม่พอใจอะไรมึงเล่นแรงอ่ะ นี่ถ้าสมมติโรเมโอเจ็บไปอีกคนหนึ่งกลางนี่ไม่เหลือเดยองเจ็บไปดีเจ็บ
Doesn't reach the ball and gets Oriol.
ต้องเอาไว้เนี่ยกองหลังขึ้นมาเล่นเป็น
It's a bit late.
กลางรับแทน
Balde.
พอได้บอกส่งบอลให้กูอย่างเดียวเลย ไม่ดูเลยแม่งปิดกู3-4 ตัว
Inigo Martinez
Inigo.
under pressure from Owen Sanson.
กลับไปที่
Has to go back
Stegen
to Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
เนี่ย
Still
แม่ง
unconvincing.
โดนเพสซิ่งถ้าไปไม่เป็น
The fourth or the fifth ball.
แล้วออกบอลเร็วโต้กลับไม่เป็นเลยบาร์ซ่าชุดซาบี
Cancelo asking for calm. Xavi a
ไม่
little
กล้าเล่น
desperate
เท่า
to
ยุคเป๊ปอะ
Christensen. He clearly said in the last one, come on.
ยุค
go
เป๊ป
pass.
ยุคเนี่ยแม่งกล้าเล่น กล้าที่จะทิ้ง
Well, almost
ตัวลุกไว้
play anyway, but
ข้างหน้าบ้างเนี่ยคือแบบรับปุ๊บแม่งลงมาหมดเลยชาบีเล่นนะ
perfect forward pass for Barcelona.
แล้วพอโต้กลับก็ไม่มีโอกาสเลย
Cancelo to take the throw.
เฟอร์มินแม่งหายไปจากเกมเลย
Christensen.
บอเด้กราบบอเด้แม่งไปไม่ได้เลยอ่ะกราบส่งไปเดี๋ยวก็กลับมาอีกอ่ะ
Once again, Andreas Christensen. Cancelo.
Fermin is trying, making those runs at the back to try to move that back line of four of Athletic Bilbao. But other than that, there's not many players
Gavi.
moving much and always want
Gab.
the ball on their feet, and that's difficult to Barca to circulate the ball and finding passes like the
Inigo.
the pass.
อ่ะอินิโกมาเตเนส
Orthodox centre forward on the bench, but he's
เฮ้ย
only
เปิด
17
ว่า
years old. Mark
เปิดว่า
Way.
ก็รู้ว่าหลังเขามีตั้ง5-6 คนก็ยังจะ
Danny Garcia.
ขยันเปิดโยนไป
Ruiz de Galarreta. Out.
เน้นเสียบอลไม่เน้นลุก บาร์ซ่ายุคเนี้ย
DeMarcos goes long and too long.
He's trying to find Iñaki Williams, but face of Valverde says he's all.
Well, it's always a similar expression on Ernesto Valverde's face, regardless of whether he's.
I think a little bit more in this case.
Yeah.
Because you know how important this little details matter when you play against.
โอ้โหนี่ปล่อยให้บิลเบายก นักเตะขึ้นมาอยู่ในแดนตัวเองหลายคนขนาดนี้เลยนี่บาร์ซ่าจริงปะเนี่ยมันต้องเล่นให้ฝั่งตรงข้ามกลัวดินี่ฝั่งตรงข้ามไม่กลัวเลยเล่นกันนานกลับกูว่าแล้วอะไรส่งให้โรเมลก็ส่งกลับโรเมลแบบทำอะไรไม่ได้เลยอะได้แค่แตะบอลกลับแปะบอลกลับโอ้เปิดไม่ทันหรอกลุงกัดด้วยดึงเหลืองโรเมลกูไม่มีประโยชน์แล้วสร้างใบเหลืองอีกบ้าจริงเล่นยากเลยทีนี้
Sorry guys, I was just saying it was the same foul that received when Gavi received the yellow card, with the same type of foul. So yes.
Because he's picking this area where either Oriol or no other player are really occupying it. He's getting those passes.
ที่มันกลับมาซ้อมได้นะแต่ว่าเป็นตัวสำรองเป็นสำรองมั้งวะเช็คดิเปดี้มันโอ้ชิบหายแล้ว
Nico Williams up against Cancelo. Back to Leque with the cross, and it goes beyond everyone. It was Guruceta coming in the post with Balde.
มาเช็คอะไรแป๊บเดียวแม่งจะยิงกันอีกแล้วล่ะ
He knows he wasn't too far away from getting on the end of that Guruceta. He's already scored 4 times this season.
Great cross. Inigo puts the body as well as Balde.
แพ้แน่เลยว่ะดูแล้วบาร์ซ่าวันนี้แพ้แน่ๆเลยว่ะไปปั๊บเรียบร้อยกูว่าโดนแล้วโดนเกือบ
trying to keep it in play. Cancelo goes down and wins the foul for Barcelona.
Nico's asking for the referee to check that Cancelo grabbed his shirt, as we see there. Oof, Cancelo.
Yeah, playing with fire there.
ไปดึงเขาในกรอบเขตโทษคิดอะไรอยู่
Fermin Gavi and Ferran Torres in the penalty area.
บอลดี้โรเมลกลับส่งกลับนี่ไงโรเมลแม่เมื่อโดนโอ้โหกวดโดนดิยิงเรียบร้อย
Inigo Martinez to deny Athletic Club.
Great play by the two brothers. Ball that Oriol
was
there, and then great counter. Was on the run.
เชี่ยแม่ง
Iñaki to arrive.
เล่นกันโคตรดีเลย
Great save by Ter Stegen.
ล้ำ
Maybe offside there. And Inigo, great block. Both defender and Nico Williams following the action.
ไปได้บอลแล้วสักทีโอ้คาเซโลมึงล็อกผิดจังหวะไปแล้วโรเมลกลับมาคาเซโลยกบอลมาไม่ถึงอะไรวะทำไมกลายเป็นลูกล้ำหน้าล้ำตรงไหนไม่เห็นล้ำเลยวะอะไรของมันวะผู้ตัดสินหลายรอบแล้วนะ
Kept on by Guruseta. Christensen clears. Here's Cancelo. Costa Balde. He's been closed down by Owen Sanset.
I was saying we've seen Iñaki Williams being more as a number 9, closer to Nico and Guruseta.
ไปโต้กลับแล้วจังหวะนี้ต้องโต้กลับแล้วโอ้โหครับผมเฟมินโลเปสครับผม
Here is Nico. 2 minutes have been added on to the first 45. Nico running at Cancelo, goes past him. Fermin wins it back, but they don't keep it Barcelona for too long. Athletic.
โอ้โหเจ้าแม่งมึงปล่อยมันได้ยังไงไปโต้แล้วจังหวะนี้โต้แล้วแม่งไม่วิ่งกันเลย
Second time in this first half, Athletic Club have had very good chances to take the.
แม่งโดนยับเลยบาร์ซ่าดูดิแม่งโดนโรเมลแม่งเอาออกไปเถอะไม่ประโยชน์เลยเอาโรเมลออกไป
Since Iñaki Williams came in as a centre half, as a centre forward, is really helping to finding those passes, those opportunities for both Sanchez and Nico Williams.
Gundogan trying to find Gavi, and Simon comes out and deals with that.
เอาโรเมลออกไป
Does he do everything right there, Geiska, Nico?
I think he does because, two options, but you have to think that he's going on a fast pace. He's going, try to keep the ball on the grass, going on the far post. You would say.
ไปครับบอลเด้เลี้ยงตัดเข้าในแล้วก็คิดจะไปทั้งที่ข้างหน้ามีอยู่1 2 3 4 5ตัวเพื่อนก็ไม่มีนี่จะเลี้ยงจี้เข้าอีกคือหมดความคิดที่จะเข้าทำเกมแล้ว มาบ่นเหรอมาดูเหรออ๋อมาบ่นน่าดูมันโยนดิดูโรเมลดิหมดครึ่งแรก
Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who's made perhaps the more important saves. Athletic have had the better chances.
He has because, like you say, Athletic had the clearer chances, right? This man especially, and Nico as well. So goalkeepers in this case, Ter Stegen keeping Barca on the game.
Well, he's not been as hard to beat this season as he was last season, but he's been in top form in this first 45 minutes, and one of the main reasons why, as the two sets of players go down the tunnel at half-time, it is Barcelona 0, Athletic 0. Join myself, Geiska and Carlos for the second half.
ไปอาบน้ำก่อนเดี๋ยวกลับมาหงุดหงิดใส่โรเมลใหม่ ROM พร้อมอยู่ไหนวะ นี่ พร้อมแบ็คอ้าวผิด เดี๋ยวมันเปลี่ยนสีได้ไหม เปลี่ยนเป็นสีแดง สีแดงเฮ้อ้าว อ๋อ นี่ แป๊บ
The game you watch is now much more. Beyond Stats, powered by Microsoft and La Liga, converts 3.5 million data points from each match into
ไอ้บ้า
50 metrics.
มันต้องถึงกลางสิวะ
Fresh look at the game you love. It's not just any game, it's your game.
นี่อย่างนี้เลย เดี๋ยวมาไปอาบน้ำก่อน
To overcome any difficulty, you must work hand in hand as a team to overcome challenges with talent and determination. Because together, we are stronger. And together, we'll go out onto the field to win. BKT and La Liga, a winning team.
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
To overcome any difficulty, you must work hand in hand as a team to overcome challenges with talent and determination. Because together, we are stronger. And together, we'll go out onto the field to win. BKT in La Liga, a winning team.
Football's more than a game. It's a feeling, anticipation, excitement. To feel more, discover Saudi. More thrilling, more authentic. Feel more in the home of Arabia, the official tourism destination of La Liga.
Welcome back to the Olympic Stadium. Our camera's on Via Libre, and before that on Munain, two players who maybe Ernesto Valverde will call on in this second half. Athletic Club trying to end a run of 22 years without an away win against Barcelona. They had a couple of excellent chances in the first half, both times denied by Marc-André ter Stegen, and Geisker still alongside, but we didn't see too much in terms of chances for Barcelona. João Felix with an effort well saved by Unai Simon, but Xavi won't have been happy with the first half.
No, I don't think he is, and mostly due for this not presence of Lewandowski. I think the system that Xavi normally plays, which is trying, I think, to play today again, is not really working with that reference up front, and that's what he swapped with João Felix and Fermin at one point. We see Lamine Yamal warming up. I think it's probably a wise decision, and you probably move Ferran Torres as a number 9. As I was saying, for a system like the Xavi likes to play, that reference up front I think is very important.
Well, as you say, Lamine Yamal is probably number 1 option for Xavi as he looks to change things. There are lots of youngsters on the bench. 17-year-old Hector Font right back. I mentioned Marc Guell, 17-year-old striker earlier. Unai Hernandez, just 18 years old, midfielder. And in terms of senior players, Araujo is there, Marcos Alonso is there, and then it's the two keepers. So they are down to the Barca bare bones at the moment. They're just hoping to get everybody back for next Saturday's big game. But this is a big game too. They won't want to go into that match with a distance between themselves and Real Madrid, and also between themselves and leaders Girona. Athletic Club also with options I mentioned, Munain and Villa Libre. Raul Garcia is there as well. I'm sure he'll be desperate to get on in the second half too. So let's see how this second 45 minutes plays out. Barcelona's record so far this season at their new home is excellent. They're unbeaten, of course, this campaign, home and away. 8 wins and 3 draws, 27 goals for and 10 against. But very frustrating first 45 minutes. Sergio Roberto, you just saw there, another of the players who's out at the moment. As the two sets of players make their way back onto the pitch. And Carlos, I don't know that you can see yet if there are going to be any changes at the restart.
So far, no changes. The 11 men for both sides that came to the first half are going to do it for the second period. But I can tell you that Lamine Yamal was warming up in the halftime with a little bit more intensity than the rest.
Well, he's already scored once this season. It was a record-breaking goal as well. 16-year-old Lamine Yamal. And we expected him to start. We didn't expect Fermin Lopez to start and Barca to play this almost rotating false 9 system, which didn't cause Athletic Club too many problems in the first 45 minutes.
Well, we were saying Barca didn't feel the usual Barca we watched in previous games, but also down to the tactical disposition that Bilbao is playing today, and the pressure, the high pressure, which has forced many errors for Barca, as well as allowing them to get that ball in that middle pitch and then go in the counter with Nico, Iñaki Williams, Sunset finding those balls and those runs. So probably Valverde was slightly happier than Xavi after the first half. And probably Ernesto Valverde regretting not getting one of those chances.
Absolutely. Let's see if they create more of them in the second period and are able to take them. Fermin plays the ball out to João Felix, back to Gundogan.
Yeah, it seems like it's Fermin that false 9, surrounded by Gavi and Joao, and Ferran and Balde on the flanks.
Well, they seem to be very keen, Barcelona, not to burn out Lamine Yamal. Remember Pedri playing almost, was it more than 70 games, wasn't it, in his first season? That's an excellent ball from João Felix to Ferran. Ferran with the shot is blocked by Dani Garcia. Barcelona's corner.
Great move. We're saying how important it is to switch those balls and find the space in the opposite area. Great ball by João Felix. Great cut back there for Ferran. And quickly recovering position, Dani Garcia to block that ball. But that's probably the type of play that Xavi is asking his players to do today.
Well, they've delivered it in the first minute of the second half. Gundogan with this corner. Christensen, Romeo, Inigo Martinez all in the area, as is Gavi. It's Iñaki Williams who heads away.
Seeing how Barca ended up start the same way with Gundogan and Oriol Romeu as two holding midfielders.
Here is Gavi, back to Cancelo, the cross in towards Fermin. He didn't quite get anything on it. It comes to João Felix. João Felix tricks his way past De Marcos. Brilliant piece of skill from João Felix. He wasn't able to continue it though. Here's Inigo Martinez, Oriol Romeo.
Yeah, there was not much space there, but he found it enough to do that quick movement with the feet. But De Marcos very clever, doesn't touch him, doesn't do anything to confuse the referee.
Showing all the experience of a player who, as we mentioned in the first half, is playing his 507th game for Athletic Club. There's the attendance, 38,194 inside the Olympic Stadium. Romeo. Balde. Firmina's made a run. That's headed clear though by Vivian. Now with Oriol Romeo. Gundogan. Gavi had made a run. He might get on the end of that. In fact, it's cleared by Vivian.
Yeah, Atleti not pressuring so high as in the first half. I think probably it's lucky now the team to come out, but I think the tiredness at some point will be hitting the Basque team.
Well, you'd imagine certainly Iñaki Williams, all those air miles to play those two games for Ghana. Christensen's ball out to Ferran Torres, back to Cancelo. Balde under pressure from Di Marcos. Owen Sanset, space to turn, being pursued by Gundogan. Plays the ball back out to Di Marcos. And Inigo Martinez can't prevent the ball going out.
Again, good pressure there and finding the space. Di Marcos stretching up Meg. And cleverly, Inigo Martinez closed his legs but gives away the corner.
Which Nico Williams will take. It's Iñaki Williams on the edge of the 6-yard box. And it comes from Nico Williams, the header down and past Ter Stegen's left hand upright from Vivian. Ball over the top. Firmin tries to turn, but flag was raised. Tries to pick out Nico, but it was
นี่กูมาช้า
intercepted
เลย
by
เนี่ย
Cancelo.
Yeah, was
ดีนะยังไม่ยิงกัน
still in that position of number 9 with
เฮ้ย
Guruceta
แว่นกูเป็น
and Sunset behind it. Has ended up the first half and it created
บอลเด้
spaces and chances for Atleti.
บอลเด้ทำไมมึงไม่จ่ายไอ้
They found by Ter
Hey.
Stegen. Finds Fermin.
ไป
And in turn he finds Ferran.
เฟลานเหรอ
Cancelo offers himself
อัน
on
เซ
the
โลเปิดมา
cross
เจ้า
comes in, it's headed
นี่
away by Danny Vivian.
Yeah, we haven't seen many times Cancelo going forward today. I think that's all has to do with the fact that he has Nico Williams there and has to be cautious and careful on those runs up forward.
Well, he's made an impact in an attacking sense since he joined 2 league goals for Cancelo, but as you say, we haven't really seen him in the final third too much so far. Here's Gundogan. Played the short
ชิป
pass to
หายแล้ว
nicked by Iñaki Williams and Athletic are away here. They've got Owen
Don't choke.
Sunset through the middle. Barca are back in numbers, but a foul from Cancelo gives them a free kick.
Clever Nico Williams there, knowing that
คันเซโลตัดบอลยังไงวะ
right, make that touch and get the free kick. And Christensen very fast.
ตัดบอลไม่โดนไปเหลืองนะ
It's not a player that we think has that kind of pace, but he was certainly faster.
แพ้ไม่แพ้ก็เสมออ่ะ
Free kick for
ไม่ได้มีกองหน้าไม่ยิงประตูเลยอะ
Barcelona to deal with. Nico Williams is over the ball. Iñaki Williams is on the penalty spot waiting for the delivery.
I expect a good delivery there.
Whipped in by Williams, deep one and headed away by Balde for a corner.
คอนเนอร์เตะมุมคอนเนอร์เตะมุม
Since the beginning of the second half, guys for Football Club Barcelona, Ronald Araujo and Lamine Yamal warming up for Athletic. Berenguer, Prados, and Unai.
Well, there were some papers in Bilbao this morning that predicted that Berenguer would be in the starting lineup. Corner comes in from Galarreta, headed wide by Paredes.
Paredes อะไรเนี่ยมึงได้เตะมุมเยอะจังเลย
He's got another opportunity
อินดิ
here.
โกมาร์ติเนสนี่ทีมเก่าเป็นเอาไม่ใช่ใช่วะป๊าบเข้าไปโอ้
This time,
โดน
sent it back across the face of the 6-yard box. Cleared only as far as Nico Williams.
สมกับไฮโกกูว่าแล้ว
Plays it back to Lekwe.
ตั้งใหม่
Nice Simon trying
Oh.
to pick out DeMarcos, but the ball out for a Barcelona
So-
throw.
ไม่มีตัวสำรองจะให้ลงแล้วนะเนี่ยบาร์ซ่าโอ้เลยฉกบอลก็ไม่ได้เลย
Drifts away from Gavi, plays the ball to Nico Williams. Iñaki Williams makes a run ahead of him.
จ่าย
Receives from Nico Williams. Iñaki Williams, the angle is difficult and into the side netting.
แม่งวิ่งเลี้ยงลายอย่างดีเลยว่ะ ไอ้สองพี่น้องนี่แม่ง โอ้ยกุนโดกันโดนดึงคอโรเมลยังไม่ออกอีกเหรอไปได้แล้วไป
Again, the run from both Nico and Iñaki on the left side.
João Felix has made a run through the middle and he's been picked out here. He brings the ball down. Can he squeeze it through the legs?
Ôi,
Oh,
Phật
Simon
Châu!
can't. Catches Unai Simon in the process, but he's immediately back on his feet. The Athletic Club of Spain goalkeeper.
ไม่ล้ำด้วย
Control by Joao Felix. Brings it down.
ไม่ล้ำด้วย
But Unai Simon
ทำไมอ่ะทำไม
coming out.
ทำไมมึงถึงยิงไม่ดีล่ะเฟลิกซ์จังหวะอย่างนี้มันต้องได้แล้ว
Just caught Unai Simon on the top of the calf with his follow through João Felix, but Unai Simon is okay to take the kick. It's
นั่นมือหนึ่งสเปนนี่หว่าอูไนซิโมน
which Inigo Martinez will allow to run out of play.
คิดเส้นมาที่กอนเซโล
Difficult for the big
กอน
side
เซโล
players coming off the back.
แล้วกันเซโลแม่งลงแบบลงทุกนัดอ่ะทั้งทีมชาติทั้งสโมสรแม่งลงแบบลงหนักมาก
I think so. It is for Athletic Bilbao. So we have someone will break it today.
เฟรานกอนเซโลกลับมา
Marcelo's ball back to Christensen.
And the people's clapping in the Estadio Olímpico Luis Companys because Ronald Araujo and Lamine Yamal are going to come on.
กุนโดกัน
Gavi's ball back to Inigo Martinez.
สุดท้ายแล้วออก
Did well to keep that in play. It's headed away by Vivian. Here's Dani Garcia back to
เล่นอะไรกันอ่ะนี่เขาเรียกเพสซิ่งเหรอ
Ruiz de Galarreta. Now with
มาบ่น
Iñaki Williams again.
มาบ่น
Very close
กู
to
มาบ่นนะเนี่ยไม่ได้มาดู
ball out to Nico Williams.
ดูดิเขาเล่นกันแบบเนียนกริปเนียนกริป
Sunset who goes down under the challenge from Inigo Martinez. The referee was a fair distance from it, but he had no doubts in his mind. Immediately waved away any appeals. Here's Cancelo for Barcelona. Still Cancelo. He's got Fermin and João Felix ahead of him. Into Gundogan.
กูดูกัน
Balde
กุนโดกันยิงไกลได้แล้ว
Still Gundogan into João Felix. Turns and shoots, and that's a fine save, but he comes out to Fermin and then to Gundogan.
Oh,
He can't get the
Phật Châu
shots
ơi.
away. Lekwe's clearance hits
โอ้โหแม่งไม่มีโชคเลยบ้าเอ้ย
Clear Athletic Club.
What a few chances. I think they were expecting to the lineman to
อะไรคืออะไร
put the flag up, but no.
ตึ๊บชูบ
Great save again. Unai Simon.
ไม่ล้ำด้วย
To the
ปัง
Felix.
ปัง
Felix stands up.
เฟมิน
And then
จังหวะเนี้ยมึงต้องเข้าแล้วป่ะเอาจริงเฟมินไอ้เหี้ยเอ้ย
Stop from Unai
มันอ
Simon.
ยู่ว่ามันยังเด็กอยู่เฟมินนะ
Marcos playing Barcelona onside.
โอ้ยเราโคกับยามาว่ะมาแล้วเอาเฟมินออกเชื่อกู
comes in from
Barcelona always different proposition defensively when he's
อย่าบอกนะเอาเฟรานออก
was on international duty for Uruguay
แล้วเก็บเฟอร์มินไว้อะ
in
ไม่เอาไม่พูด
midweek.
ไม่เอาไม่ใช่นะเราโคมาแล้วแล้วนอกเราโค
First
เรา
choice
โคอ่ะ
ownership for Xavi
เอาลงมาแทน
would be Araujo and Koundé.
โรเมล
Of course, injured
แล้ว
bars
เอา
in the team.
คิดเทนเซน
It's
อ่ะ
a fine ball behind Athletic's defensive line.
ไปโอ้โหพ่อมึงอ่ะเฟอร์มิน
Well, he was offside anyway, Ferran, but he leant back and put that one a fair
เล่น
way
อะไร
over the top of Unai Simon's goal.
Difficult for Fermin anyway, because the ball comes right behind him and he needs to really turn his body to bring that ball up front. Offside anyway. That's the claim of the.
And Barca about to make the substitutions. They receive the boards. The player abandoning the pitch are Oriol Romeu and Christensen. The players are coming up. As we said, Lamine Yamal and Ronald Araujo.
So the first two changes from Xavi, and Valverde was forced into a change in the first half with that injury to Yuri.
That brings Gavi into hold the midfield next to Gundogan instead of the position of Oriol
บง
and brings back
ชนมัน
also Fermin
อะไร
midfielder
อ้าว
striker I mean the usual right position winger. It's been a bit of a debate whether with Xavi Gavi
ไม่ได้ทำอะไรเลย
and that sort of a bit more backwards next to the holding midfielder and being more participating
แป
in
ว
the ball than being sort of in a wing.
ใครอะเราโคลงมาแล้วเหรอ
Any preference?
อย่ามาลงมา เอ้า ดูไม่ทันเรามาอย่ามาลงมาแทนเขา
Rather hear your opinion than they would mine. Where would you rather see
อ้าว
him
กูดู
play?
ไม่ทันเลย
I think I
Ben.
like him to get in the box because
ไม่เป็นไร
in a team you don't get many players with that
Fermin
ability
ปะ
to score goals like Gavi has.
เฟอร์มินออกไป
Having heard those
เฮ้ย
are either
เฟอร์มินแม่งยังอยู่อย่าบอกนะว่าเอาตอเลสออกอะ
prefer that. I'm not sure. We should ask Gavi instead of
เมื่อกี้ไม่ได้ดูด้วยแต่แม่งเปลี่ยนตัวไอ้บ้าเอ้ย shit man
but certainly it's a player that he can play in
ซาบี้บอกกูเครียดแล้ว
a lot of people
กู
also
40
mention
เด้
that there's a lot of
เป็นกูก็ศูนย์เล่นกันอย่างเงี้ย
effort and
Yeah,
running, but it's
plenty
so
of
much
fight
more.
and-
Yeah, but it's
yeah.
so much more than very unfair.
ต่อย
So many other qualities than that.
กลับมากูดูกัน
Well, he got 2 goals
Gundogan.
last season, 1 so far
Gạt
this
mà.
season.
อินจิโก้
So he
เปิดไป
top here for
Ôi.
Ferran, he takes it.
อ๋อพระเจ้าทำไมจับบอลอย่างนี้ ใครวะเดี๋ยวให้กูรู้นะมึงเป็นใคร
To come away with it. Here's Nico Williams. He's lost possession. The ball back to Cancelo.
ไปอย่าเมาจังหวะนี้อย่าเมากลับมา
Yamal into Ferran. João Felix
เฟลิก
goes down under the challenge from Ruiz de Galarreta. No foul, says the referee. Balde slides in. De Marcos can clear.
อะไร
Araujo wins the header. And
อาราโคบอกกูลงมาเพื่อกูเจ็บเลย เจ็บแล้ว
By putting Ferran in that number 9 position, I think it felt like already Barca found those passes and those movements and mechanisms that we see so many in this Xavi team. Just by the fact that he has a reference up there. It's already
เจ็บเลย
very difficult for the centre halves to have to think, okay, you have Ferran here, but Joao there is coming, Gavi is there coming as well. So a lot to think for the Athletic Bilbao defense.
ไม่ได้นะโลโคมึงจะเจ็บไม่ได้นะ
being asked of
มึงดูดิเดี๋ยว
defenders in the second half.
ไอ้บ้าเอ้ยตัวจริงแม่งเจ็บหมดเลยทุกตัว
Barca watching on.
อาราโคลุกขึ้นมามึงต้องไปเจอมาดริดอีกอาราโคไปกลับมา
Martinez back to
อาราโค
Araujo.
เปิดบอลมาที่บาลเดโอพระเจ้า
Pass is intended.
หายไปนานนะ
They've been wayward
กลับมา
in the
ก็เปิด
second
บอล
half.
แป๊กเลย ตัดบอลได้
Gundogan.
กุนโอกัน โอ้ย
Ferran
มัน
Torres away.
กังกึกกังงักอะ
Vivian, who plays it forward to Guruceta. Iñaki Williams has gone on a run.
เอาดิ
Barca win it back.
เอาดิ
Fermin finds João Felix.
เฟลิก
João
เฟลิก
has got
Felix.
Ferran ahead of him. He also has got
Fermin.
He puts
Ay.
it wide. Well,
จักกระบุยหมา มึงยิงอะไรเนี่ย มึง โอ้
3 minutes.
มึง the คิดเด้นวันจริงๆปะเนี่ยมึงเป็นเด็กที่ถูกเลือกจริงปะเนี่ยฮะ
Ball there, but
จริงๆอย่างเงี้ย
well played.
บ้าเอ้ยมึง
The first pass
ไอ้
forward.
สัตว์เอ้ยเชื่อเฟลิกซ์แม่งทำไม่อย่างสวยเลยดูเฟลิกซ์แม่งลากแล้วเปิดมา
The right one for
และ
him.
ดูคิดเด้นวันยิงเด็
Unfortunate,
เดี๋ยวชูดเด้นวันยิงแบบ ไอ้ปักหมาเอ้ย
I think the most important
เฟอร์มิน
is
เฟอร์มิน
the target. Make the goalkeeper work. Don't kick it out, because that's always gonna sticking his head like I miss a chance, instead of okay the goalkeeper save it or I'm sure he'll come back from that, but important to hit the target.
Here's Sanset, turns into space, brushes off Gavi, still Sanset. Rolls it to Nico Williams. Iñaki Williams and Guruceta in the middle. Tried to pick out
ยาเมานี่หว่าไม่ใช่เฟอร์มิน
instead, and it's cleared, but not convincingly. Here's Lekwe. Back to Danny Garcia.
ยาเมาพูดชื่อผิด
Back out to Nico Williams. And Yamal puts the ball out of play, and Athletic are going to make 2 changes, Carlos.
Indeed, we're talking about Prados and Ares. As soon as the ball goes out, we're going to have the second and third substitution of the away side.
Nico turns away from Yamal and wins the corner. Adu Ares has not played so far this season. He looks so impressive in the few opportunities he got.
กอซิโล่โดนเปลี่ยนออกเหรอไม่ได้อ๋อตกใจนึกว่าโดนเปลี่ยนออกเดินใส่หัว
Corner first for
เดินใส่หัว
Athletic Club. Swinging from Nico, but straight to Stegen, who in the end opts not to release it early, or perhaps he was prevented to by the Athletic players crowding around him. Now with Inigo Martinez. Gavi back to Inigo Martinez.
เล่นอะไรกันนะ
Groans from the Olympic Stadium.
มึงเล่นอะไรกันเนี่ยบ้า
Was surprised that he missed a pass.
ดูเขาเล่นกันแบบฟึดปัดปดแป๊ดมาก ดูทำไมพวกมึงเอาตัวรอดในจังหวะพื้นที่ยากๆกันเก่งจังวะ
Ruiz de Galarreta. Owen Sanset out to Nico Williams. Cross is drilled in but cleared. João Felix forward, but only as far as Aitor Paredes. And now we can get those Athletic changes, Carlos.
Yes, the first player that will abandon the pitch was the player that was not in the starting lineup. We're talking about Íñigo Ruiz de Galarreta, and the other player that will abandon the pitch is Gorka Guruceta. The players coming up, as we just said, Prados and Adu Ares. Ares making his debut this season. He played for 8 games the last campaign, and the other player coming up, as we said, Prados, making his 6th appearance of the season.
Well, he plays as centre-back or as a defensive midfield player, Beñat Prados. He'll obviously play in midfield, replacing Ruiz de Galarreta. And interesting choice from Valverde Gaisca to give Adu Ares his first minutes of the season.
Yeah, I think the fact that Iñaki Williams is playing as a centre forward is
ซูมาน
bringing
ซูมาน
Adu as a attacking
เอา
midfielder. So
เอา
I think
เอา
now on the right
ใคร
side
เนี่ยเอา
and keeping Iñaki Williams as a
ยาวออกมา
reference up front.
ออกขอบอลหน่อย
Obviously, Adu Ares helping more on those
Unai Simon.
defensive attacks for Athletic Bilbao than Guruceta would do. Because I think the Iñaki Williams, Sanset, Nico Williams is really working for Athletic. I mean, not so much in the last sort of pass action, but in terms of arriving in those attacking positions, is finding the combination in the space to reach those positions of create a chance.
Araujo.
โอ้ยจับบอลดูเป็นไงดูเฟลิกจับบอลเถอะขนาดบอลมาแรงนะเนี่ยโ โอ้โหทันไหมเนาะไปแล้
It's a
ว
test for Unai, but he passes it without too many problems. He had
ศูนย์เด
Lamine Yamal coming in behind him. He
ศูนย์
releases Prados.
ศูนย์เดศูนย์คุณต้องการเสียบมัน
Adueris.
โอ้โหกาบีนายกะจังหวะพลาดเหรอ ไอ้หนู
Out to Lekwe.
เขาดึงเกมแล้ว มันเน้นเสมอเนี่ยบิลเบาอ่ะ มันมาเน้นเสมอไม่ได้มาเน้นชนะ
Yeah, Eduardo wanted to stay in that sort of Iñaki Williams area. Iñaki told him go wide.
That was Iñaki's ball out of play under pressure.
He's claiming the contact, but I think it's after. Reeves always trying to find a reason why I missed that pass.
The natural reaction. Ball back to Araujo.
Another ball.
Yep, another
touch by Xavi.
Another intended pass, another touch for Xavi, and another intended pass to Balde that goes astray. You've been Carlos in the Montjuic Campaign Stadium several times this season. It seems a little bit flat tonight.
ไปแล้วเฟลิกช่วยด้วยเฟลิกช่วย
And also Ferran, but while the pass from DeMarcos goes straight to Fermin, but
เฟลิกช่วยด้วย
steps in and deals with the danger. I was going to ask you, Carlos, about the atmosphere. Barcelona need the supporters behind them in
อะไรเหรอ
the 20
ผู้ตัด
minutes.
สินครับ อะไรเหรอ
I can tell you that
Fermin
the environment, I don't know
มึ
if
ง
it's
อ่ะ
because of the weather,
หลายรอบแล้ว
called us in this season in this stadium. I've been in every game so far. Is not the same as against Betis, as against Cadiz, as against Sevilla. When
ไปเตะเขาทำไมอ่ะ ไอ้หนู
but let's see in the second half.
บาร์ซ่าแม่งบุกตรงกลางน้อยมาก
Will support and the 38,000. Well, not the best, actually the worst attendance of the season so far. For
เฮ้ย ชิบหายโดนกูว่าโดนแล้ว โดน
The charge
Don't.
at the moment. Nico Williams trying to find space on the edge of the area. The ball comes out to Adueris.
แล้วจะตอกกลับมาทำไมวะนะ
Balde. It's won by
ไป 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 ส่งให้ยาเมา ยาเมาไป ยาเมาไป
Out to Yamal.
ยาเมาไป ยาเมา
Lamine Yamal up against Lekwe. Turns back inside. The clearance from Danny
โอ้
Garcia.
บ้าเอ้ย
And now Nico Williams.
Bye.
Good touch, as Gaiska says. He's got
อื
Iñaki
ม
Williams.
ประสบการณ์มันยังน้อยอยู่อ่ะ
Sunset is there as well. And Araujo with the block.
ประสบการณ์มันยังน้อยยาเมาอ่ะ ตัวจริงถ้าเป็นแบบ
He really
ถ้ามัน
wanted
มี
to
ประสบ
move
การณ์
the
ดีๆ
ball
ถ้ามันมั่นใจกว่านี้หน่อย มันนิ่งกว่านี้หน่อย มัน
up very
ยิง
difficult.
เองไปแล้ว เอาวิลเลียมเจ็บแล้ว วิลเลียม
And
Ow, ow.
He's struggling.
เอา
he may have
Ow.
a physical problem as well.
เอา
He's,
เอาดิ
So
not been 100% recently.
William
mentioned
แม่งเจ็บ
earlier
ว่ะ
Berenguer was
มัน
in a lot
ยึง
of
งักๆแล้ว
team sheets for
ใช้โอกาสนี้แหละ
his predicted lineup, and it was instead of Nico, but Nico in the end got the nod to start the game. But it is to in Sunset. Prados, I should say, not Paredes. Long crossfield ball to Adueris. Back to DeMarcos. Here he is again, Beñat Prados.
โอ้โหแม่งเฟลิกซ์แม่งเล่นโคตรดีเลย
unnecessary foul by Adu. He was late anyway. He gets a yellow card.
อะดูอเลส
Second athletic player to go into the book after Danny Garcia. And again, it's a shirt pull.
So late in the again unnecessary.
3 of the 4 cautions we've seen have been for shirt pulls. Here's Cancelo
อย่ามอง
to Lamine Yamal. Back to
การเซโลการเซโลกลับมา เฮ้ย คุณโดกัน
Gundogan to João Felix.
เอาดึง
Gets away from Prados. Still João Felix. Tried to squeeze that through to Fermin Lopez. But he's getting frustrated. Barcelona are frustrated at the moment.
งทุ่มเทชิบหายเฟลิกซ์รักมันเหรอ
Good covering run from Oscar de Marcos in front of Fermin Lopez. No way was he going to get on the end of that pass from João Felix. Here's Iñaki Williams. It's one back by Fermin Lopez. João Felix opens it up for Cancelo. Lamine Yamal ahead of him, so is Ferran Torres. He plays the ball out to Yamal. It's cleared by Leque. And Leque comes away with it. Blocked by Araujo. Gundogan. Into Ferran. Balde plays the ball back to Gavi.
Berenguer and Unai will come on for Athletic Club.
So two more
Bye.
changes imminent. Barcelona on the attack at the moment with Cancelo.
กาเซโล
Still Cancelo goes for
โอ้
goal.
โหกาเซโลแม่งยิงเลยมันเล่นอย่างนี้แหละต้องเล่นอย่างนี้กาเซโลอ่ะ
Set out for a corner.
We haven't seen him much, but that's the sort of runs and moves that we're expecting from Cancelo.
พอจริงมันรับกระเฉาะออกมาอีกทางฝั่งนึงนะ
To cover, to save.
จะได้ซ้ำได้เลย
Gundogan
กูดูกันเปิด
to take the corner. Inigo
อาโรโค
Martinez.
สักหน่อย
Araujo.
อาโรโค
The interesting
อาโร
side of
โค
the area is Iñaki Williams heads that one clear. He's giving it back to
กลับมายาเมากลับมาที่
Cancelo
กา
once
เซ
more.
กาเซโลอ่ะ
Cross from him this time. Headed away only as far
Felix.
as João Felix.
โอ้ยเฟลิกซ์บอกกูไม่ไหวละ บาย
Out for Athletic Club and they win the foul.
ยามาเจ็บเหรอ
Cramps.
And Balde, another one of those players who hasn't been 100% in the days leading up to the game, as you say, now suffering with cramps as we go into the last 15 minutes of normal time.
ยามาแม่ง
Was there
เจ็บอีกแล้ว
in the right position,
ทีมพิการ
giving enough space for him to reach out if he had to. Now the subs.
กูใน
Yes, we're going to have the substitutions. The players abandoning the pitch are Nico Williams and Dani Garcia. The players coming on, Unai and Berenguer.
อินดิกี้วิลเลียมออกดิเฟนกิโอเข้า
So he scored once this season, Unai Gomez.
Unai that made his debut this season against Real Madrid, so a player for big games.
Yep, he's just
ไอ้นี่
giving
น่า
his
คุ้น
teammate
ๆ
the
นะ
wink. He's ready for this. He's got 15
Dani
minutes.
Garcia กับ
to
Unai
show us what
Gomez
he can do. Alex Berenguer.
อูไนโกเมสเหรอ น่าคุ้นจัง
He provides goals for Athletic Club. He got 4 last season, yet to score this season. And more changes.
มาร์กอสอลอนโซเอาลงมาทำไม
Yes, we're
อัน
going
นี้
to
ใคร
have debutant this season.
ใครเนี่ย
Mark Yu will come on for Football Club Barcelona as well as Marcos Alonso. Let's see who are going to be the substitutions.
So I said in the first half we were unlikely to see him. He's only 17 years old. We are going to see him. He's the last man standing in terms of centre forwards for Barcelona at the moment. Played most of his football for the under-18s. He has broken into the Barca B team. Wouldn't have expected to be playing for the senior side this early.
And there we see Xavi hugging him, a little palm, touching his face, giving him, all the confidence needed on his debut with Football Club Barcelona. A big, big day for Mike White.
Well, when we say that he's an orthodox centre forward, he is, by all accounts, those that have watched him coming up through the Barca youth system, he is very orthodox. He's not a player that moves too far away from that centre forward territory.
We know Xavi plays a young player is because he trusts him, because he knows he's capable of doing so. That we've seen with some others that Xavi's brought into the team.
Ball over the top, and it was Fermin Lopez who was closest to it, but it runs all the way through to Unai Simon.
วงเวลาอย่างเงี้ยดูเร็วๆเข้า
Rushing the actions now. Still good 15 minutes, I'd say.
Prados plays that one forward. Bellinger chasing it. Barcelona throw.
มาร์กอสกูเย่กับมาร์กอสอลอนโซมาร์กูเย่
As we said, we see Mark coming on. The player abandoning the pitch will be Fermin and also
Firmino.
Marcos Alonso. But yes, came on, and I'm sorry, Pete, because I couldn't see the.
เฟอร์มินโลเปส
Yeah, Marguyo, that probably
มาร์กูเย่กูเย่
it goes in the lineup of young players that Xavi had brought, like Valde himself or Lamine
Marcos
Yamal,
Alonso.
Marcos Alonso comes in that as a well, obviously not the pace of Valde, but the experience and the quality in the last third to put that some good balls and good crosses.
อินิโกมาร์ติเนส
Ball
เฟ
forward.
ลิกซ์
João Felix takes it brilliantly in his stride and he's sent Gueye away, the substitute. Can he score with his what will be his third touch? He has!
เรียบร้อย
Well, it's a surprise that he's on the pitch. It's a
มา
surprise
กู
that
เย่
he's
เหรอ
on the bench tonight. And it's a surprise that with his third touch.
มากูเย่เหรอเอาจริงอะจับบอลครั้งแรกมึงยิงเลยเหรอ
Barcelona the lead. Robert Lewandowski smiling from the stands, looking down on the
จริง
man
ปะเนี่ย
who replaced him tonight for the last 10 minutes of the game with his first piece of
จริง
action
เหรอ
as a Barcelona
จริงปะ
senior
เนี่ย
player puts the ball
มา
into
กูเย่เหรอ
pass Unai
ไอ้เหี้ยมากูเย่จริงด้วย
Barcelona
ไอ้เหี้ยจับบอลเพื่อแม่งยิงเลยแม่งเข้าเลย
He can't believe it himself. He's pointing
อายุเท่าไหร่เนี่ยมึงทำลายสถิติอีกแล้วปะเนี่ย
of giving him. But you could tell even from the first moment the movement is fantastic. Phenomenal.
Oi.
Going off, waiting, making that run to not fall into the offside. And then you might think, okay, you go Joao Felix, no, it's Ferran, but it's a great finish.
Well, I said
Great
third
finish.
touch, guys. I think it was his second. Let's have a look at it here.
Well, doesn't matter.
One
Second or
touch to
third.
get out of his feet and then past the keeper.
Fantastic movement and fantastic finish. Again, if Xavi plays them, it's because not
Well, you
only
said it.
not only the ability or the quality, which certainly for a player of being a club like Barca has to have it, the character, the personality of come on in a straight away, no hesitation, going straight for it.
And I'm not sure Xavi celebrated a goal with such passion all season. You would have been close to it, Carlos, but he absolutely loved that. He made the change and it worked.
He's just so passionate about Barca. Xavi Hernandez, he jumped 3 times celebrating with Sergio, with his brother. Everybody in the bench just super happy, drawing a smile in his face. Of course with the goal, but of course everybody happy with the first goal of Marco. And attention because Joao Felix has certain complaints on his right leg and he just received some medical attention by the Barcelona managers.
ลงปุ๊บยิงปั๊บ
Yeah, he's still struggling. Joao Felix is back on the pitch now.
Well, there's nothing that a coach loves more than planning something, thinking of something, and actually happening as you plan it. So I think we understand Xavi's happiness.
Here's Bellinger.
ไม่
Sunset tries to get away
อย่าให้มัน
from Gavi.
มีโอกาส
Gavi goes away with the
ยิง
ball
เรา
and releases Joao Felix.
เฟลิกซ์ปิดเฟลิกซ์ทุ่มเทสุด
Well, he scored almost before I learned to pronounce his name. You did tell me before the game. Guyu.
I'd say Guyu.
Marc
No,
Guyu.
being Catalan.
Joao Felix still with a problem. Barcelona have got one more change to make, but he's back on his feet.
ๆแมนออฟเดอะแมตช์ไปอะเฟลิกซ์ลุกนัดเนี่ย
He has something within them still. It's been a really demanding game for them in terms of the physical part of it.
เล่เล่เล่เล่เล่เล่
Nico having the stops, Adu going to
มัน
the
เฟซซิ่งแล้วมันเฟซซิ่งไวแล้ว
to the left side.
So frustrating.
ไป
for Celtic fans watching
ไปไหน
this.
อ่ะ
There was a night
ไปไหนอ่ะ
in this awful run against Barcelona, and they have had the chances to do it, but they haven't taken them. Unai Simon was caught there by Marc Guy, who's going to get a yellow card,
อะไร
as well as a first goal inside the first 10
ไม่
minutes
โดน
of his senior Barcelona career.
ไม่โดนนี่โดนปะ
Energy of the still a goal. Yeah, it's unintentionally when it goes down. To the back.
มันเก็บขาแล้ว
And you guys couldn't see it because of the replay.
มันเก็บ
but
ขา
he
แล้ว
said sorry to Unai Simon. He also said sorry to Vivian. So the kid forgiven.
You Inigo Martinez with the header clear. Gundogan plays it forward, but Gui can't get on the end of that, and it's Aitor Paredes who plays it back to Unai Simon.
Atleti now needs to get that ball and have a few passes, try to create something. And try to change that energy and that momentum that Barca got with the goal.
Ball goes back to Unai Simon. Iñaki Williams wins the foul. And the referees were now looking at the no offside for the goal, but with referee sprinting across the Barca bench there, and has someone received the yellow card, Carlos?
Indeed, I think it was a red card, and I believe it was the goalkeeper coach of Football Club Barcelona. He's just asking me. Yes, you. Red card for the goalkeeper coach of Football Club Barcelona.
Well, someone was asking about the atmosphere in Montjuic. Certainly the goal.
Yeah, they've responded
to this family.
I'm sure the people heard me, they got mad and they started to celebrate and jump because the atmosphere right now is incredible.
Gavi. João Felix. Ferran tries to get on the end of that, but it's too close to Unai Simon.
มากูอยู่กูเย่กูมันคืออ่านว่าอะไรวะ
Adueres. Nice
เฮ้ยอย่าให้มันยิง
Williams
อย่าให้มันยิง
trying to give it back to him. Gundogan intercepted, but Athletic have it back with Adueres. Prados. Oscar de Marcos. Back to Prados. Adueres. Oscar de Marcos with the cross. There's a chance here at the back post for Berenguer. He has to cross it. Prados gets his head to it. João Felix hooks it clear. Well, it looked for a minute there as if Berenguer might have a chance to finish that, but another opportunity missed, and this time it's Gui on the end of a harsh challenge. He stays down, and
เฮ้ย
Vivian, the
ควิ่งบอลลง
perpetrator,
พื้นโดนใบเหลืองไป
is going to be booked.
He's asking for a foul there. But
Well, no card shown by the referees. Play continues. The ball goes back to Araujo.
กูอยู่กุยอูม้ากุยอูมันอ่านว่ากุยอูปะกุยูครองบอล59กับ41
Well, Pete, I'm sure Jamie Easton will correct us in the post of La Liga.
ป๊าบ
But Martin, my Catalan friend on my side, he just said it's Mark you. We had to make a humble before, but it's Mark you.
Well, thanks for that, Carlos. Ball forward to Owen Sunset. Nicely done by Aduares. Gets a run at the Barcelona defence, but in the end, the shot back in the safe arms of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. This is the moment when Xavi gave him his last instructions. And that's the first thing he does as a Barcelona player. Held his run brilliantly to stay on side. Opened his body and the side foot shot. Enough power in it, despite the fact that Unai Simon got something on it. Couldn't keep it out.
เวมอสตะโกนใส่กล้องเวมอสวาโมส
Vivian.
วิเวียนวู
Bellingham gets he said to that, but he can't keep it in play. And there are only 2 minutes left, and this is turning into
อีก2 นาทีก่อนทดเวลา
a disappointing night for Ernesto Valverde and for Athletic Club away at Barcelona. Valverde's never beaten them as an away coach.
โอ้ยเราต้องเตะกันดึกๆด้วยบาร์ซ่าไม่เข้าใจเลยไม่ง่วงโอ้โหเฟลิกซ์เหลือง เฟลิกซ์เร่งเรียกได้หลายเหลืองเลยนะพักหน่อยไหมเฟลิกซ์น่าเอาบอลลงสวยเลยปึ๊บแล้วไปต่อเลยโดนชกหน้านี่หว่าอ๋อไม่ใช่โดนเหยียบ
Atletico Madrid are doing absolutely fine without him, but he's thriving under Xavi at Barcelona. Here's Gundogan. Gavi. Pressure from Prados.
ไป
Picks out Cancelo.
Cancelo อย่าเมาอย่าเมาอย่าเมาเปิดมาเฟลิกซ์เฟลิกซ์
That's very well because Marcos is like jumping from steal and he knows he's got the advantage because he's coming from the back. The Marcos doesn't see him. Good header, good save by Nice.
Well, into the last minute of the 90.
And we're going to have 4 minutes of adding time.
João Felix. Happy to keep the ball in the corner and win the throw, which Alvarez can't quite believe because it did look as if it came off of João Felix. Marcos Alonso will take the throw.
Hello.
Well, how many 1-0s was it last season for Barcelona? I think it was 10.
Yeah.
And it was one of the reasons why they won the league. And it looks as if they're going to take all 3 points here to move 1 point behind Real Madrid ahead of next Saturday's Clásico. And they're going to do it with a 1-0 win. Unai Simon with this.
It took them last year to receive 10 goals. They received 10 goals already this season. So it's certainly something Xavi wants to address in this team. The clean sheets, and today it seems like still 4 minutes to go, but it's something that they want to get back to the team.
ไปแล้วฟิลไปแล้วอย่าเมาอย่าเมาโอ้ยเรียบร้อยฟาวไม่ฟาวเหรอเป็นไปได้จะใดบ้าน่ะบอกกันนะฟีเฟลานบอกวันนี้กูเงียบมาก
puts that ball out of play for an athletic throw. Unai Gomez. One back, another roar from Montjuic as the goal scorer, the 17-year-old.
Montjuic.
Possession back. Athletic winning back there with Iñaki Williams. Through to Bellinger. And Inigo Martinez goes to ground but clears. Ferran Torres.
Felix.
Back to João Felix.
Felix เปิดมาให้กูยูอ๋อไม่ใช่อลอนโซ่ดีกว่าอลอนโซ่เปิดดิเปิดไปแล้วไปอย่าเมายิงโอ้โห
Good ambitious for them, but they certainly has the quality to do that.
Well, the ball is up for grabs. You'd think they ought to give it to the 17-year-old striker who put it into the back of the net. He'll certainly want it, but you can go to goalball.com and win it. Free kick to Barcelona.
You can sell it betting like
I think he can get his friends and family.
His family,
yeah.
เนี่ยพลิกอย่างสวย
Goal again. Inigo
Boom.
Martinez past the João Felix.
That's the sort of action we were saying in the first half, like Atletico Bilbao denied to Barca to find those passes and especially breaking the line of pressure. And in this case, Inigo found João Felix that allowed them to assist. the debutants.
Vamos
And he had the option of Ferran Torres, but he didn't think twice.
มึงลงมาแป๊บเดียวมึงเหนื่อยขนาดนี้เลยเหรอกูอยู่
How long is it going to take him to get to sleep tonight?
มากูอยู่
I don't think you sleep.
He won't
ล้
sleep.
They have a Champions League game,
ำ
but
โอ้ยเตะหน้าโดนเตะหน้า
Well, there
หมด
goes
เวลาเลย
the full-time whistle from Juan Martinez. Muniera, Robin Lewandowski's enjoyed it, but no one has enjoyed it more than Mark.
กูอยู่
Came
กู
on
อยู่
late on, and with his
กู
first
อยู่
touch, took a pass from João Felix.
มันอ่านว่าอะไรวะ
With
กู
his
อยู่
second touch, dispatched it past Unai Simon, and Barcelona win again and move 1 point behind Real Madrid and Girona at the top of the table.
yeah, job done for them. Like they wanted that to get the points, get closer to the top of the table, as well as continue with
Job.
the run of results. Clean sheet. Probably it's a
Ow.
positive Bilbao from the point of view that I think they play a really good game. But Barca was more clinical when
ไม่อัปเดตอ่ะ
than Atleti did when they had them.
Well, my thanks to Gais Mendieta and also to Carlos Ponte, who's been pitch side for us tonight. Barcelona, it was hard work for them against Athletic Club, but Athletic Club's dismal record away from home against Barca continues. There were 10 minutes left when Mark Worth scored the only goal of the game. It's finished here at Montjuic.
ทำไมไม่อัปเดตเพิ่งเห็นว่าวิดีโอแคปเจอร์ไม่อัปเดตตัดตัดตัดตัดตัดตัดตัดตัดตัดตัด